Howdy, this is Japan again. So we're going to talk about the healthy ingredient. So for these sessions, this lecture, so healthy ingredient that means ingredient that we're going to use for classical Thai cooking or diabetic cooking. Pretty much similar the ingredient that you got to know. What kind of food, what kind of ingredients that you use in Thai cooking. So we go to go. I will explain it to you because many things you can use. But for diabetes, you have to be extra cautious. What are you using? Okay, because of the preservative and something else. Okay, here we go. Naturally, detox food. Detox is the big thing in Thailand, but most of the Thai people doesn't know that. Well, what about you talk about detox? But it naturally detox. Mostly, whatever you eat is going to become more helpful than harmful because the medicinal property that we use in Thai cooking it is helpful for the body. Okay, that's why it's called natural detox. But whatever you eat pretty much help you out, detoxing your system. You see, mainly pretty much, see a lot of herb that we use, this is the lyso, galanga, basil, this is mint. Forget that name now. So they call peppercorn, the green one. This is coffee lime, chili lime, this is shallot, okay, garlic, this is ginger, this is turmeric, this is galangal, this is older ginger or young ginger, those kind of thing. This is old one, okay, pretty much. The young one sometimes its color is lighter, okay. It depends on what you pick. You see, all this cabbage, all those things. That's why they call it naturally detox food, okay. We will explore a lot more on that. This is like herb and vegetable and fruit. So mostly Thai cooking when they do herb, it have to be fresh one. Usually with Thai cooking, they don't do the dry kalang, dry this, dry that. No, because they're going to use fresh. That's what beauty about Thai cooking when you do herb, fresh herb that they use to cook. Anything lamb, coffee lamb, basil. Everything that we do, it have to be fresh. We don't do the dry herb because most of the dry herb that they use, they have to rehabilitate it by put the water in there and then probably make a drink of it or part of the medicine, those kind of thing. But it's a fresh herb for Thai cooking, okay? And it's going to be helpful for the for the Thai diabetic cooking. So this is what it's fresh herb that we cook with. Spices that we use in Thai cooking, so pretty much from everywhere in the world they have it. Like if you see all these pictures, oh yeah, we have cinnamon, we have chili clove, we have all these Chinese thing that the star anise, all these spice in Thai cooking we use them too. Because when we make curry, pretty much all the spice coming in. Sometimes you make soup, you put star in there, you put cinnamon in there. Pretty much, it's nothing new to you guys. So because the spice is exists everywhere, you can buy them anywhere. So they all import from here, most of it. So it's not much of the difference. You probably recognize all it when you see it. See, okay, I'm not going to go through that too long. Okay, most of the sour taste, and then you see all the you come from fruit, vegetable, and then you have the still vinegar, balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So those kind of things. So when you try to make your salad or you do your salad dressing, if you don't want to do Thai style, you want to do like international, like, you know, making salad dressing. So you can do all kind of things. That's the sour taste that we need to know about it when you want to cook something. If you don't want to use, any of this vinegar, you can use the raw thing. Then you start picking fruit, okay, those kind of fruit and some vegetable leaves that have sour taste on it, and then you use that your base. Sometimes you make the soup with the sour leaf, or you cook the pork with the sour leaf. Those kind of many things coming in. So just to let you know, it's just pretty much we use vinegar to do the cooking, to do the cleaning, that kind of thing. And every sour from the fruit vegetable give you different taste, different flavor, and you can be creative. You can use all kind of things to do the sour, to use as a sour taste for in your cooking. Okay, I just want to bring it up for you to where you understand them. Now the saltiness food, like saltiness. It's about salt. Yeah, the flavor, the salt. So as I mentioned, this is Thai soy sauce. There are three varieties of Thai soy sauce. Okay, you got the thin one, thin soy sauce. You have sweet soy sauce, and you have black soy sauce. So each one is different. The way they do them, the way they use it to marinate, to cook with it, to make the dip, that kind of thing. And then you have the good thing that for the diabetic cooking, so try to use the minimize because everything in there have preservative, have MSGs, you have some high concentration of salt too. Okay, and the salt is for you to choose. You can do the rock salt, sea salt. See, I will stay away with it because sea salt nowadays had a lot of contamination in the oceans. You got, some metals. You got some plastic. You got any imperfections of whatever they dump into the ocean, that not really healthy, even though they clean it up before they sell to you, but still they can't clean the small particles, especially the plastic. Okay. And whatever you do, the fish eat them, you eat the fish, you got it from the fish, those kind of thing. Now you got from the salt. Watch out for everything you do. So, and then the fish sauce is pretty okay because they have they pass they do a fermentation, and then they do the filter. So those kind of things that you probably don't have those kind of plastic in there. But the fish salt, they have some sugar in there to balance the taste, to cut not too salty, to make it smooth. Okay, to make it more easy to use it, not to just pure salt. Okay. And the soy sauce, peanut butter thing, and then the oyster sauce is just for flavoring. This is a lot of things that they do, and of course, have preservative. Use them sparklingly. Okay, the two salt that I really like to use them beside fish sauce. This is the Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt. In Thailand, we have the salt from the ocean or from the well. This kind of thing, this kind of salt. Okay, they call clear Sintao. Is on the mountain. It's not from the ocean. Okay, this kind of salt that you got to understand. Now you know what it is. Keep a saltiness in your food. Okay, just choose wisely when you use them. And then we have another people make all sauce, you know, dipping sauce, another soy sauce, this sauce, that sauce, the green cap sauce, blah blah blah. It's all have sea salt, into it because they use it for they make it from the scratch there because the bean it doesn't give you a salty taste so unless they ferment it with salt so the salt goes in there. This is always. And then the natural from mountain like Himalayan salt, okay, and then starting man-made now, natural 50% less sodium, those kind of emulsion light salt. They start mixing mass, those kind of thing, and put into the table salt. Okay, the bowl of salt pretty much. So they adding, they subtracting in like chemical wise because it in salt it always have sodium, chloride, magnesium, calcium, potassium, and bicarbonate. So when this is a comparison of all these, the two things that I could compare for you today, this is Celtic sea salt and Himalayan salt. So you look at all this sodium, so they're getting really high. Okay, 39%, 38%, 30% Celtic salt, sea salt, but I don't know that low. I don't know what the data interpretation. The iron is 36. Okay, that sodium is a little bit low there, and then you go chloride. Chloride, the Himalayan have 62, but the Celtic is have 65. Okay, it's magnesium, so Celtic have 44, right? 0.44. This one height about 0.10%. Now you go to calcium, okay? You got 0.13. Himalayan have a little bit more, 0.18. Okay, the potassium, the Celtic had 0.23, but uh, the Himalayan is 0.28 already up a little more, and then bicarbonate, everything slow down. Okay, nothing. That what is all it about. The thing that I make decision to what salt, sea salt, and to use. I chose the Himalayan salt because of the have the the chloride, magnesium, calcium that's good for your body. So and this thing is good, but I would caution about contamination because as Celtic Sea, you got plastic, you got pollution, whatever in the sea. This is on the mountain, this is on the sea. So it takes you to the mountain and pretty much, 33% and 36% based on what I don't know, but it's just pretty much the chosen is 36 because it's better than table salt or sea salt. Okay. These are two things. If you go to this is man-made, they get into modern like sawboats or whatever they do, but I'm not familiar with it, but I'm not interested to really go into, okay, what is it? My interest in it is sodium and mineral. So if I were to take how much I have, I will get in one shot, those kind of thing. Just to get you to know, understand why Himalayan salt is good. That's what I chose to use that. Okay. So, so we have to look a little bit of alternative salt, the kosher salt and salt substitute, sodium free, those kind of thing. And this is, uh, you have the process of doing, manufacturing process or doing the chemical exchange. You extract or you add something into the system. So for me, uh, not natural. Like kosher salt, it doesn't contain iodine. So you see salt, you need iodine because you you because your what do you call because your body needed iodine to pretend to it needed it to help yourself because this is to do it because of religions. Coaches are not contain iodine. Those kind of things. This is a lot of politics going in, and then they come up with something because we cannot eat this, we cannot eat that, because the religion believe this, religion believe that, those kind of thing. That's a lot of food industry that I see now. It's a lot of things. Oh, like halal, you know, food. You cannot, because they cannot do this, you cannot do that. And then I don't know. Sometimes I think it's good, sometimes I think it's bad, but I don't. I'm not going involved with it. I'm just go to point it out to you that this is what it mean. Yeah, like kosher salt, like a salt substitute, sodium free, kind of thing. They take the sodium out. So it have to be the chemical reaction or how to create it, salt with the sodium free, kind of thing. Because I don't know how they make it, or it come from the ocean and they take something out of the system. So I don't know. So, but I don't go for it. I don't. For me, I don't believe it. I don't go for it, and I'm not religion. I can eat anything. I don't care. Okay, just for you guys, a lot of the thing that for people who dictate by the religion. So we don't have to go that far. We don't go there. So that just to let you know, this exists. Okay. So, but the thing I want you to know the commercial salt information, because the salt nutrition you need, you can go to 2,300 milligram per day. Okay, that from FDA. Okay. How they define salt that, like we said, salt sodium free, it means less than 5 milligram of sodium per serving. Okay, that's how they do. That people like complication, they want to do complication, those kind of thing. Low sodium, meaning 35 milligram per serving. It's very low sodium, 35. Low sodium, 140 milligram or less, or less per serving. Okay, now what they were talking about, all these things, reduced sodium is about 25% less sodium. Okay, you still have sodium in there. Is no such a thing sodium free. If you say sodium free is still 5 milligram per serving, that what does that mean? Is that sodium free? The label is sodium free, but you still have sodium. Okay, like a lot of things in this world is sugar free, don't kind of, and then suddenly you see, oh, this kind of substitute sugar, and that have more glucose or more sugar than the thing you need. So it just the way it's worded that it caused a lot of problem because you misunderstanding. This is the real thing that what they were coming out, and what did that mean? This is the FDA, the one who constructed to where, okay, if you say, okay, light sodium or lightly sodium is 50% less than regular product. So this is what you have to understand, those kind of thing. See, no salt add or unsalted. And what does that mean? It is salt or unsalted, no salt add, and where the saltiness coming from. So it's kind of way, way more complicated than you thought. So just be aware of it that if you use sodium, right, you want the sodium, right? Even though fish salt have sodium, it's because they use sea salt to, with the water and then the fermentation going in there. So even though they don't have a lot of sodium in it, they still have a big amount of sodium. So that's why you as the consumer, it's very difficult to really understand it. So for me, I just take it from the fish salt. Now I look into the company that they've been doing for years, and now they change their ingredient a little bit. They change their, the salt content. They do all that kind of stuff. You have to read after them or what kind of thing, and then you look at the like a Vietnamese fish sauce and Thai fish sauce. So with Vietnamese fish sauce, it's lighter. Now the Thai people just follow, make it lighter than the Vietnamese. So less pungent, those kind of thing. So and then it become high-end fish sauce, and you pay more, those kind of thing. It depends on your choice what you're going to use, but try to understand that when they say less sodium, no sodium. It's always sodium, but how much it is in there per serving. Okay, hopefully you got that. The thing is, I think you have to understand this a little bit to understand those kind of thing. Because most of the time, sometimes you see the mineral name, the mineral grade or mineral function. You like calcium, the Ca, right? It's calcium. Calcium. What is the function of calcium? Is strong bone, teeth, and blood clotting. Those kind of things that to help blood clot. You have a blood clotting there, so you know what it mineral function is. So what the symbol look like, what they call. I think this is useful for for you to understand it because when you try to read, the label, more of the time they say, oh, copper. What did copper do? You know, nuclide transmitted production, those kind of things. It have something in there, otherwise your body will not use it. So like chromium, they say the blood regulation, blood sugar regulation. I don't know that it possible or not possible, but they already do all those research for you. So you have to understand where it is, why they're saying that, like ion, red blood cell information that's associated with all these functions. Okay, this is the chemical name is very, very intimidating. You got calcium, copper, chloride, chromium. This is one thing that I got. Okay, chromium, what that supposed to do with the food? Then you have to read into it. So for the blood sugar regulations. So part of it or a lot of it, I don't know. And then you fluoride, ion, iodine, those kind of things. You understand magnesium, so manganese, melodium, everything related to your organ functions, most of it. So phosphorus, potassium, selenium, sodium, sulfur, and zinc. You know, all things is chemically related inside your body. So if you just just recognize it, you don't have to remember you because you can open it, look at it. Oh, why have the manganese in this food? This food have manganese. Oh, what it good for? Like for liver function. So then you understand. Then it give you choice to selection of your ingredient. Is somewhat it helpful. I do believe because it helped me to make decision with all this. Okay. So do the curry. The in curry in Thai cooking. When you talk about curry, people know a few. That red curry, green curry, Penang curry, okay, Masaman curry. That's what I'm pushing Masaman curry. That 15 years ago when I introduced to a lot of people, especially the white people. Now they begin to understand it when they tasted it, and it become one of the most famous at this point. It because it's a Penang curry paste. It's half red curry and half massaman curry, pretty much. And then they add more thing into the system that it have the wonderful taste. I mean, more pungent, more spice. It flavorful. It flavor dancing. So that it become now lately it become one number one in Thai cooking, Thai food. If you go around, you will see street food. They cook a lot of Penang curry because it's go with meat because people like to eat meat, beef, pork, those kind of things like that. When you cook it with those kind of meat, they go very well with meat. Not that too good with the seafood because the seafood cannot absorbing the flavor inside the meat. So that what it become famous at this point. The standard thing in Thai cooking is the red curry, and after that they add something on red curry, they add something on red curry, and then they become like a chuchi, yellow curry, all those things they added. Thing, but the base is a red curry. Okay, the green curry is usually defined by the type of chili. It will give you uh, the name of it, like a green chili. Green chili, you use only green chili to create this dish, that kind of thing. So it's a lot of chili. If you go have a chance to go to Thailand and then try to go to the market, that they sell all the ingredients. If you walk in, you see they sell specific curry. It become in the tray. It will become in a tray. It will become in a tray like that, and then they scoop it and sell to you 5 baht, 10 baht, 20 baht, whatever you want. Half a kilo, uh, 3 grams, or kind of, they sell everything at just any amounts. But it's fresh. That when they make that day. So if you buy the canned one, they're already pre-fried for you because of the preservative process that they have to put in there. You can buy in a jar, you can buy in, the packet, flat packet like that, and then come with many size, small size. This is the largest size. Mostly the restaurant use it. Okay, because when we do a large amount of curry. We don't do one pot of curry. You could probably big pot of curry. But in my restaurant, we already make use the curry, but we don't put the meat in there. So that we cook ahead. When you order the curry, we use the solution of curry in there and then put the meat in there, cook in it, and then have a vegetable in there, and then you're done because you have to make it fast. So all kind of things. It's a lot of trick for restaurant doing it, but still it's good. It maintains flavor, texture, and simultaneously effects of whatever you order. So this is a big thing in Thailand, curry. Okay. Okay. Preserve food. Preserve food. Thai will preserve all the ingredients. Like that exotic or abundant or difficult to find. Those kind of thing. They will package it in the can, and the can is usually water solution or the solid solution. The two solutions that we do. So like whatever you buy, this is coconut milk. There's so many countries, so many company that do. It's all different variety. Some they better, some it not. It depends on how manufacturing process is. So for me, I use Maproy. So pretty much, and they have to be the second one to where okay, I can do the curry with that, I can do the soup with that. It other company sometimes I don't know. So Already is okay for that's from Thailand. The other one that come from the like here we live in America is come from Mexico. Some they do is okay, but some is not. It doesn't go with the Thai food. I don't know why they put something on it for preservative or something. And another one you might see the sweetened one. You cannot use that to make Thai food. It's just for dessert, okay? Just to be understand that. And this is bamboo shootable, like the whole the slide bigger and in the water solution or in the vinegar solution. So they make it sour. So this way they start longer, and then many dishes called like sour bamboo shoot, those kinds of things. They already pick it for you, they clean it for you, they do all kinds of things. But when you're going to use it, you open the can, you're going to wash it in. You pour the can, you pour the water in there, and kind of clean it out a little bit and take it out and rinse one more time. Then you'll be good because you will take all the the preservative, all those things out. When you cook it again, it all gone. So you be okay. Don't pour, don't just open the can and pour it in there because you will have preservative that they put in there go into your soup, your curry, whatever. You don't want that. So you want to rinse it before that. And then like this is tamarind, so they will extract it for you. This kind of thing is the pre-prep for the cooking, right? You can use it, but still have some preservative in there. But because of the sour, the preservative itself, but still put something in there like a corbic acid that they put in there to make sure that it not get spoiled. Okay, that is always anything in the can. You have to it have some preservative in there, say ascorbic acid or MSG, those kind of things, pretty much standard every food packaging for the ingredient like this, they have to use it. Okay, just be aware of it. You open the can like coconut milk, you're not going to eat it like that in took the spoon it out, put it in there. Oh, this coconut may be good for me, and you put it in your mouth, and now you got preservative into your system. So you don't want to do that. Just be aware of it, okay? When you can use them, but you have to know at least the minimum thing that you need to know. You if you vegetable, watch it with the water, real good. Rinse this warm water in the bed. It's like bamboo shoot. I will turn, I will open the can, put in there, pour some hot water in there a little bit, and then I rinse until it cool and rinse one more time. It's clean a little bit more so to take preservative out. Now you know how to do them, okay? I hope you use that technique. Now the commercial ingredient meaning so many countries do it the same thing. The packaging, they sell it. Sometimes, or if you come product from China, they're always cheaper because they make a lot of it. So, but for me personally, I'm a quarter Chinese, but I don't trust it. A product from China, I don't trust it because they still don't doesn't have the control because some they do have control, but then the one that didn't have control is sneaking into country for no reason because the corruptions that they allow them to come in. So that was when they shoot it out. This is another thing that when they export because it pretty much politics like you see it today. The Trump fight against everybody and try to get the tariff so high. So, and then the Thai, it get a lot of the banning. I mean, it get a lot of obstacle to do the export because we got the neighboring country doesn't like us because we did better job than them. And then you got all kind of, political problem because they demand something and we don't give them, and then you got punished. And then that how they do it, still export a lot of things. So a lot of good country they have no problem because they've been export for a long time. But within the US, sometimes we got a lot of problem because we export a lot of rice into the US. And when the politics come, the price going up, and you know those kind of thing. And then sometimes they just block you. You can't bring it in. In my sister live in Norway. Went to Norway, they have everything that import from Thailand, have no problem. So, but we thought in the US you can do a lot of things. They not allow you to do import, and then you got all kind of things. So, but the import export is pretty much in the US. Not too many Thai companies, all the Chinese company or Vietnamese company that they do import export because you can order to them, they will go to Thailand and they put the new label, product of Vietnam, those kind of thing, and then they import into the US. That's how they get along with it. So for us, sometimes one of the in the cooking class, they will show you what the label is all about, where it come from, but different made in, like make in Vietnam and make in Thailand at the same place, those kind of thing. It's really clear about those kind of things. Sometimes you don't know where it make it from, but it, if they, that's why they make them label it where it come from. So, but most of the time they go around it. Okay, everybody cheating the system. That if they don't get caught, it's fine. When they get caught, they get fined. That's pretty much that's how it works. But for you as a consumer, you can check what it is specifically what you need to know. If you are a Muslim, you have to have the halal, like this small little one right here, symbol. That means the Muslim can consume it. So those kind of things, the more layer and layer and updating to all the information to try to eliminate the flaws in the system. Okay, and if possible, you know, you pick the thing that from Thailand. If you do Thai food, you pick Thailand from Thailand. I think you're better off because you got a real taste of it. Because if you like you use the noodle, okay, you do pad Thai, you use the Chinese noodle, Vietnamese noodle, all those things. They're different. The Thai noodle that is specifically for the pad Thai, so they have more the consistency. You know, the taste you can't taste them that much, but the consistent, the texture, you know, and then when you cook them, it's easy to control. More elastic, you know, a little bit thicker, they're not fall apart, those type of things. That's what a recommendation for me. You pick the Thai brand, and if you don't want to know which one that we use, you can, you know, drop me a note so I tell you what we use in a restaurant, what kind of thing that it keep for a long time. You can put in your shelf, you know, if the shelf life is long when you do the dry noodle, that kind of thing. Because when you do the fresh noodle, you have 7 days, you know, then it become mold. Even though you put in the refrigerator, it more than 2 or 3 weeks, it get mold the same way. So that's why it's a lot of things you want to be fresh, a lot of things you want to be dry, because the dry you guarantee you don't have mold, even though you revitalize to become soft and they still don't get mold. So those type of things. Just, just have to know because it's a lot, now it's too many people, too many company doing it. But when you're going to do the flour and coconut milk, those kind of thing, stick with the Thai one because that they tailor specifically for cooking, for Thai cooking. Okay, and like this flour, they have sticky like flour, you know, rice flours, tapioca flour, and they have some kind of root that it become a flour, and then most of the time they're overwhelming for you, and then people like me coming in, you go, oh, we're going to use that to pan fry to be crispy, those kind of thing. What kind of mixture that you use, you know, to the combination of the flour to make sure you got crunchy, you got not soaking up too much of the, you know, the the powder that you already, you know, like when you do the double dip like that, you don't have that much because the flour they make it from the rice flour, those kind of things, they're lighter, they're not the same as the wheat or other kind of things. So just make sure you understand those when you try to buy it. So try to, I will probably in the future we come up with this kind of thing. That's how you do them, what it come from, what to do, what kind of mixture to use to do specific thing in Thai cooking. Okay, because not one solution work it all. So sometimes you have to know what kind of flour you going to make, or you can mix standalone. And if you buy in the package that ready made, you have to learn how to read what is in there. So sometimes if you have problem with you know leaky gut, so you have to avoid all these, the flour from wheat, from all the kind of thing, and they make it in that system. You don't know. Okay, you have to really lead into it. And diabetes, pretty much you can eat, but you don't do the double dip. You know, like you already dip, you go fry, and then you take it out halfway and let it dry, and dip one more time. You go in there. So this way you adding the volume of the chicken, whatever you fry, but actually eat all the flour, fried flour, those kind of things. That's not good for the diabetic people, people who have diabetic people. You have to watch, know your ingredient, then you'll be okay. You will have fun eating, cooking Thai food, okay? Now the sauce and condiment, this is a lot of Thai. They create a lot of ready eat food, you know, like those condiment, the sauce, some pickle things, some preservative, with all those things. So besides fish sauce, oyster sauce, soy sauce, sriracha sauce, it come from Thailand. But in the US, the Vietnamese take, like I say, steal it and change the name it and manufacturing process it, and they're successful at it. And so then they become another thing, this thing, that thing. But if your original, it's called sriracha sauce. That is the Thai version one is good because they have uh, spicy, medium spicy, and very spicy. The three kind. But if you find it, you have to really go to the big Thai supermarket. Like if you live in LA, they have, the Thai community. You got all the good stuff from them. So up north, sometimes you got medium one that is sell those kind of things. Just to understand it, what are the things you use. And if you run into here like a pickle garlic, you know, we use a lot of it to make the dip for like a cow man gai, those kind of things. When you do the sauce is part, yeah, partly that have the pickle garlic. Okay, they use that. They use juice and they use the meat to make that dish. So all these many things. When you go shopping in Thai supermarket, just take your time reading every one of them what for, blah blah blah. But some is good, some is for cooking, some is ready to eat, those kind of things. You make sure you distinguish, ready to eat, meat pretty much already like a dipping, like a chili dipping sauce, those kind of things. Something that you can eat without any hesitation, without any problem, because it's something that's ready to eat. Mostly the MSG you can eat it is good monosodium glutamate. So because FDA approved already, so that's what they do. And then the thing that the preservative, but like this, you can cook or you can eat, but you have minimum, the preserved bean, that kind of thing. But there are variety of it. Some preserved in water, some is preserved in vinegar, those kind of, some is dry, those kind of thing. Just just explore it when you decide, okay, I'm going to do the Thai food for this project, reversing diabetes. So go and study all this. So because and you read for the sugar content, salt content. So pretty much and what kind of ingredient and what product where it come from. That all you have to know. So because so many of it, if you go to really big man in San Francisco, the big supermarket, you have ton of it, and they come from every part of the world because they sell sauce, they sell condiments. So if you go to where more Thai, so they will stock pretty much a lot of Thai thing and some Vietnamese, some that kind of thing. But it's mostly the preserved food, the dipping is all Thai. So other thing else they don't want to do it because they're not familiar with it and they cannot explain it. But it's a Thai one they can explain what it is. Okay, are you having fun yet? This is sauce and the condiment. Just, just put your head straight when you go there and say, oh, just curiosity, it is from China, this is from Vietnam, this is from this, from that, because the way it cook is different, the way they preserve is different. So the Thai, they always stick with the traditional, what they do. They will change a little bit when the ingredient change, if some year, the harvest of some soybean is not too good, so then they have to mix it with something, so then they will create something they might call it another products, those kind of thing. Everything possible when you go to the food production, okay, especially the condiment. All right. Since we are going to do diabetic cooking, you know, diabetic cooking now, you got to know that why did they say starch and rice equal carb? This is carb or carbohydrate. And when you eat it, it will become sugar. Okay, that's why you cannot eat them a lot of it. This is what I'm going to explain to you. This is all grain. This is the rice that you can see. This is a variety of rice. This is all cod breed rice from Thailand. Okay, that berry like it, this kind of thing. Jasmine rice, cod with berry like, cod with jasmine brown rice. Those kind of things. And they come up with all this. So it becomes rice. And then you did right, they grind, you got flour, okay, and then you got the starch in there, and then that why it's still carb, it come from rice, it come from tapioca, it's still carb, those kind of thing. So that what is the carb, you go from potato, jam, tapioca, taro, corn, rice, so those kind of thing. That what you have to understand, not that one starch. It's a lot of starch if you make it from that. And then whatever you use, so it could dictate the way you do your dish, okay? And then the noodle is the same thing. That's why noodle is carb. When you eat too much of it, you got a lot of sugar in the system. And then beside on top of that, you got something else. But the noodle, you got rice, and if you can get it in there, some oil, you know, some they do vegetable oil, they do peanut oil, or now I think they do the vegetable oil the most. But some people change to canola now, so they want some oil in order to supplement the cheese, those kind of thing, and then they make those noodle. So and then you have further that you have from from nut and legume that they make as a powder for you to use. So whatever you eat it in here is carb. It's going to go, it will become sugar when you eat it. Okay, that including pasta, all the legume, rice, all the flour, everything is making to the starch. Be careful, you should watch out. Eat less. Okay, don't eat a big amount of it. Just try to eat more vegetable meat than carb like this, okay? Starch, because you get your fat real quick and then you got sugar spike, okay? So the eatable oyster mushroom, because I did last year, I think I did it all about how to cook the oyster, what kind of oyster you can eat, what kind of oyster you cannot, and where the production, where it come from, those kind of thing. So uh, the mushroom, the oyster mushroom, is has 7 healthy benefits. Okay, one of them is decrease the risk of breast cancer. Okay, or low sodium intake, it promote the lower cholesterol, protect the brain health, provide a sort of vitamin D, stimulate your healthier gut. Okay, it literally support a healthy immune system. I have a lot of video on that. So many dishes I cook with oyster mushroom. If you go to classical Thai cooking 3534 on YouTube, you will see the section of the mushroom. Okay, how to cook them, how to eat them, how to prep them, and what kind of oyster you use for a specific thing. So because they're not one variety, you see the pearl oyster. This is what it looked like: blue oyster, Indian oyster, you know, Bhutan oyster, all kind of thing. They look pretty much the same, but they are different variety. Okay, like Bhutan oyster, they call it Nang Fa Bhutan. All kind of thing. They have their name. Because sometimes they say, "Oh, het nang fa," it means oyster. Oyster of what? So they have to have the name on it. So you with a Hungarian oyster, the golden oyster, pink oyster, Phoenix or Italian oyster, the clutch is different to then, that kind of thing, and the king oyster. So they have many variety. So when they talk about, oh, eat some oyster, you should not just stick to that, oyster, they see that there's so many variety. And a lot of restaurants they cook by the color, they use the combination of color to cook their food, and it come out presentation very nice. So you eat the beauty like that, okay? If you do the research on YouTube, you probably run to the low shelf life, but the giant benefit. Those kind of things people will be talking all about it. Say, oh yeah, let me look into it. How so? Okay. And majority of them say pretty much the same thing. You got boost your brain health, antioxidant, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, cleaning your intestine, low sodium, cholesterol free. That's the big one. Okay, the lower blood pressure, diabetes help. Okay, lower blood sugar, that is really diabetes help, and blood sugar help. So this is a really designed, this kind of vegetable, that is mushroom, designed for metabolic disorder to correction of it. So you eat this kind of thing. So I think the video about cooking oysters is about 10 or 15 video on that, and a lecture on uh, oyster mushroom, cooking oyster mushroom. That you see that in my classical Thai cooking 3534 channel and YouTube. So you see that information. If you are vegetarian, so that the good one for you to really learn how to cook Thai food. Okay, because like this oyster mushroom, that the vitamin and mineral. So you will see it's a lot of vitamin, like B3, 4.9 milligram, but all of it, vitamin and mineral. So you have to know how to cook it. Because if you cook longer, you can destroy it, eliminate all the goodie in the mushroom. But I think the best way to do this is to blanch it, with hot water, and then it not totally cook. It just partially cook. You know, some people, we cannot eat that. No kind of thing. Because when this thing is hit hot water, so you eliminate a lot of toxins out of the system. Some that they come with it when it not properly clean. So those kind of thing. So you see they have mushroom, potassium, phosphorus very high, 420 milligrams. So the type of 100 gram of this. So you have that much of the potassium, phosphorus, choline, magnesium, sodium, calcium, iron, zinc, copper, and manganese, selenium, even that, if you have that. And you got a lot of vitamin B. So, and some vitamin D. So, those kind of things. It's really, really helpful. If you look into it, learn how to cook it, so in through my channel, you should be in good shape. Okay. Hopefully you go into it and watch it, the video how I cook them. So I want to go back to best to prebiotic again. That what a lot of things that what they talk about, because your healthy gut, you want your gut it to be healthy. And then when you talk about the prebiotic, so chemically, like that we call beta glucan, fructo oligosaccharide, galacto-oligosaccharide, and then insulin. Now, what is the prebiotic would composed to? So I want to bring it out for you. That's why you have to know prebiotic food, what kind you eat. When you eat, this is the kind of thing that exists in there. That's what they're talking about. The beta, the fructose, those kind of things, and insulin. So just to be aware that, okay, why I have to do prebiotic food, because you're going to go support your system. Okay. So now we're going to go deeper into every section, like a bit like a beta glucan. What kind of food do you eat? You're going to get into it will be beta glucan for your system. You know, this is a lot of berry. So you pretty much familiar with it. Especially we eat a lot of black currant, blueberries, cherry, strawberry, and if you go to Japan, part Asian, the East Asian, Southeast Asian, North Asian, so you do seaweed, you do algae, those kind of thing, and then you see mushroom, that what you eat. That's why you have to eat variety of fruit, variety of vegetable, all those kind of thing. So these things that when you eat it, that when it to become beta glucan and it go to your system, support something in your system, okay? That including herb, fruit, okay? A few vegetable, this is pretty much the thing that really go into your system at the form of beta glucan, okay? Fructose or fructooligosaccharides. So it's to help improve mineral absorption and decrease level of cholesterol, sodium cholesterol, improve uh, absorption, improve the mineral absorption, decrease level of sodium cholesterol, triglyceride, and phospholipid, okay, and phospholipid liquid. So this kind of food that you have to eat. When you eat it, this is what you get there to help your system. Okay, that's why it's important to know. Could this is a GOS or galacto or oligosaccharide? Galacto oligosaccharide. So it's it's a useful food tool for regulating the balance of your colonic microbials, microbiota, human health. So it pretty much a lot of the legume and some kind of exotic uh, fruit or exotic vegetable that have seeds, like all the it have seed pod inside vegetable. You see that? All have seed pod. All these things have seed pod, even though the long green bean. So it's useful. Okay, you still have to eat them. Okay, that is to help your body out. Then the last one you want to really have to food eat to help your body to turn food into energy and managing your blood sugar level. It means insulin promoter. So this kind of food, you got seafood, you got crayfish, you got chicken, you got pork, beef, whatever you have to eat. Variety of food you have to keep on rotating. This is all herb and spice. Give it to you, mushroom, avocado, those kind of thing that useful olive, coconut. So you still have to eat them in order you promoting your insulin. If you have insulin problem, you have to eat a lot more food, like exotic food. Pretty much for me, I call them exotic food because normal people you don't eat those kind of thing that much. But you don't do the in order to help your insulin production, you have to eat meat. So those kind of things, seafood, shellfish, just eat it. It can could help you out in the long run. Okay. So for me, this is what my establishment that I do. Okay, this kind of food. What is that for? The cleaning food, cleansing food. So if cleansing your liver toxin to take it out, the fatty liver, you don't have too much all those things that liver have to deal with in kidney detoxify and blood vessel cleaning. So this is helpful, thing that will keep in your mind is what you going to use day in and day out if you have to use them. Okay. Cruciferous vegetable, this green thing like broccoli, that kind of thing that you will have to eat it into your system. The mushroom, lime, lemon, whatever, garlic, ginger, turmeric, chive, onion, shallot, apple, berries, avocado, scallion, beetroot, cucumber, apple cider vinegar, coffee, Himalayan salt, green tea, and extra virgin oil. So all these things, it should be majority of your ingredient, whatever you do, whatever you cook. Okay. Hopefully you understand all of this and get a lot of good feedback out of you guys. Is good or not good, or can you capable to follow it or not? Just don't aim at me. No, I don't usually I don't answer. Just leave the comment in the YouTube where whatever you do with the video, just leave the comment on that. So I will look into it. Because if we tell you, oh, somebody comment, so I will go there and answer it. Okay. Now you know the healthy ingredient in order to do the uh, Thai diabetic cooking. So now you have information. Now you have uh, understood. You see it now. What it need to be done. So you're going to next video. You're going to do implement in Thai cooking. That video. Next video going to be a little longer, but it's going to be very helpful and easy to understand because it involve pretty much more of the technique of how to do the diabetic cooking. Okay, and then after that video, then it's going to be all the cooking demo for the diabetic cooking with classical Thai cooking by Chef Pan, which is me. Okay. Thank you for watching. This is education video that I provided for my student or whoever want to cook Thai food. But this video education series is about, reversing diabetes with classical Thai cooking, Bangkok food. Okay. Nice to see you. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day. This is Japan. Bye.